Buongiorno everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. Welcome to a chilled out watch along. We're here on the sofa, game on the big screen, just about. Bloody hell, you pay for this Newcastle United pass. Crap. Bloody useless, just like everything else happening this summer at the club. Oh my dears, thankfully it's not freezing now. And we're underway any minute, actually 5 minutes. 5 minutes to kick off in Singapore. Arsenal v Newcastle. Share a lot of the questions. Get them in. Get your super chats in if you want them guaranteed to be read out. I'm sure a lot of it's going to be around the old transfer window. And Isak, of course. Let us know if you can hear us okay. I can bring this mic closer. If not, but let us know if you can hear us all right. Good to see a couple of hundred people in already. Please do subscribe to the channel and like already. And I agree. From a couple of the comments there, we're going to get hammered. We are. That's why I'm just trying to relax on the sofa, chilled out. I'm just gonna try and take things easy. Sunday settings, sofa. That's what it's all about, isn't it? There's no way I'm getting set up, all engaged, all stressed. I say that now. It's inevitable, isn't it? When we're 2-0 down straight away. Cheers to Castle Garage and Danny for saying the audio is fine. You can hear us clear. Lovely stuff. Happy days. Someone's asking what channel, please. It's on the Newcastle United's website. You can pay to watch it on there. That's what I've done. I've got the season pass because I'm away next week. So I'll be watching the games on my phone in Spain. The games next week was at Tottenham and the Korean All-Stars. But the focus is on Arsenal today. Here is your team on the screen. Nick Pope, Trippier, Lascelles, Tonali, Gordon, Asula. A first Newcastle United start for Anthony Elanga. Joe Willock against his former side. He needs to be better. He was horrendous, as was everyone. But he was especially bad against Celtic last week. Big Dowman and Alex Murphy gets a start there. He's definitely looking like he's going to be our backup option next season. Lewis Hall, a bit of a squad player, more involved next year, perhaps with Champions League and everything as well. Lots more games, maybe more action for Alex Murphy, who, to be fair, he's not like a kid anymore. He's actually older than Lewis Hall. So he was one of the bright sparks, to be honest, against Celtic. When he came on, I thought he was decent. I thought he was good, Alex Murphy. And then you've got Captain Bruno. On the bench, Big John Ruddy, Odysseus. The font's tiny, isn't it? Let's go close up this one. A couple of keepers there. Botman, Shaw, Joelinton, Barnes, Target, Kraft, Tino Livramento, Jacob Murphy, Harrison Ashby, Alfie Harrison, Travis Hearns, Munda, Sean Neve, Miley, and Sung Soo Park. There's one new signing. Get in. Arsenal are parading 70 million Yokeres. Never mind. We've got Sung Soo Park on the bench. So we're all good, man. What's everyone worried about? Got Sung Soo Park. To be fair, I actually want to see him. Why not? Trick him in. Do you know what I mean? Chuck it in. Why not? Get Parky Park on. I'm sure you'll play against the Korean All-Stars next week in his homeland. But the lads are walking out now in the home kit. I'm oversized today, chilling right out. I was going to put on, thought not bothering. And the blue keeper top as well, which you would have seen us wearing the videos. I like that one. Arsenal's new away kit there. Newcastle still haven't unveiled their one. Still haven't unveiled their green away kit officially this year. The leaks look to be true, but we're still waiting on that one. But it's crap anyway, so who cares? No one's buying that. Arsenal, as always, absolutely smashing it out of the park with their kits. Smashing it out of the park. Great kit, that. As it always is, to be honest with you. They're always making the best kits, in my opinion, Arsenal. Some of them are right. Last season, not so much. That Lynx kit, no. But this year, I think the year before that, they've done very well. There's the tune in their home kit. Captain Bruno leading the lads out. They're sweating already, and they've just walked out on the pitch because the humidity is insane over there in Singapore. I was speaking to Mickey earlier from Fleet Street. The Fleet Street lads are out there enjoying themselves in Singapore. They're watching the game. He said it was boiling. He was there at the fan events earlier, having a good time. So shout them out. And they're going to send me some footage of the game, hopefully of some celebrations and some good fan interaction, some chants, and some good scenes. It's getting dark out there in Singapore. There's Anthony Elanga, smiling. He's happy. Big Will Asula leading the lane, our only striker. Oh, God. Let me show you the Arsenal team. Here it is. Oh, don't want to go on the Arsenal website, though. No, thank you. Direct link there. Cheeky one. There you go. Got Rhea, White, Saliba, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly, Zubamendi makes his debut, or makes his first start, I think. Ex-Magpie Mikel Merino starting in midfield there, apparently, according to their website. Obviously, led the lane a little bit last year, didn't he? But Havertz is the one doing that today. Wanyeri, Saka, and Trossard make up a strong Arsenal side there, to be honest. Strong Arsenal side. No youngins. Probably see some of them off the bench. Obviously, everyone was talking about that Max Dowman the other day. He looks decent. But for now, he's on the bench, and that's the Arsenal side on the old 4-2-3-1. Newcastle on the 4-4-0. No, Isak. 4-3-3, of course, for Eddie Howe's side there. Pope, Trippier right back, Lascelles, Burn on your centre-backs. Alex Murphy is the left-back. Tonali, Willock, Bruno in midfield with Gordon on the left. Elanga on the right. Asula down the middle. I'm happy with that. I'm looking forward to seeing Elanga start. I seen him with my own eyes in Celtic last week, and it was crap, like everyone else. But I'm not going to be too harsh on him for that one. I'm giving him a chance today. He's starting, and it's a chance to go with it. Just some newsy bits before we get into the live watch long. We're seconds away from kickoff. Because there was something that popped up before about, well, I mean, everyone's complaining about Chelsea online, basically. Chelsea made over 100 million from selling players to Saudi Pro League clubs. So why are we helping them out? Yao Felix being the next one. £50 million to Al Nassr. Yao Felix. My God, that is shocking. He's been crap for Chelsea. Went to Milan, wasn't great there, and they've made a profit on him. How does that work out? There's been a bit of a development on Yohan Wissa in the past 20 minutes or so, according to Ben Jacobs. He says he's still holding out for a move to Newcastle United. He's 29 and he feels it could be his final opportunity to experience Champions League football. Well, he's actually 29 in September, but point being, he wants this big move at the latter stages of his career. He wants to play Champions League. He's never played European football in the past, unless he played bloody Conference League for Lorient or whatever, who he signed for Brentford, but I'm not aware of that. Definitely hasn't played Champions League before, so he wants to play amongst the big boys, which you can understand. You can get it. Brentford chief Phil Gills has been told by the player and Wissa's camp to find a resolution to his move to Newcastle. The club have been told he won't play for them again. So Wissa once more stating his desire to leave, saying he's not going to play for the Bees ever again. He's refusing to train. He's really pushing the move. So is that Brentford chief Phil Giles there going to stick to his guns, or is he going to give in to the demands? I mean, basically, Newcastle have to put up the money. The 35 million was meant to be enough. Ridiculous things coming out that Brentford are holding out for 50 mil. Never going to get that. So there's the latest on that one. So Wissa isn't entirely off like it was deemed to yesterday. Kickoff is now underway. But Wissa isn't completely off, but it's still a really sticky situation there, considering that he's desperate for the move. Newcastle are willing to pay the 35 million, which is a good fee for someone who's 29 in September and has got 12 months left on his contract. But Brentford digging their heels at the minute. All right. Got any super chats to get through? No, we don't. Okay, let's kick back then. Watch this Singapore Festival of Football. Arsenal are already leading the Festival of Football. They beat AC Milan the other day. Tyndall was, speaking of Robbie and that from Arsenal Fan TV, they're staying in the same hotel as the Newcastle players. The judges have been chasing Anthony Gordon around the hotel, trying to get him to sign for Arsenal. That's a true story, by the way. And they were speaking to Tyndall, and Tyndall was saying it's unfair because Arsenal had been there a few days earlier and they've already played a game, so they've acclimatized a little bit and they've got used to the settings and the weather there in Singapore, as it's a very sweaty one. But whose fault's that? Newcastle's. Why are we not getting there at the same time? Why are we not having another game in Singapore? We should be. Should be making the most of it. So don't complain and say, Arsenal are fitter, Arsenal are adapted to the weather more. That's our fault. Should have got there earlier. Should have played more matches as well. Then. You're in control of your own pre-season business, you know what I mean? We'll whack a little ticker on the bottom here now, shall we? Get a little ticker on the go to update you a lot of the score. It's an Arsenal through at the minute for Saka. Alex Murphy getting stuck in early doors. What we'd like to see. So at the minute, it's thankfully 0-0. I don't know. I see a lot of people in the chat as well saying, we're going to get back to the day. I have that feeling too, to be honest with you. I have that feeling as well. But who knows? Let's keep the faith, eh? Elanga hat-trick. Fuck it. Why not? Why not? We're still at a little cheeky one of them in. Give it a shot, like. Ooh, I think we can. Arsenal through in. That's long. Back post. Bit of head tennis here. Newcastle trying to clear the lines. Oh, there we go. Nice little logo in the top corner as well. Winging it as we go, as per usual. Good few people locked in, so I hope you are enjoying it. Let us know your thoughts on the game as it happens. Any score predictions in there? I'll be honest with you. I'm going to go 3-1 Arsenal. Maybe 2-1 Arsenal. Maybe the heat will play a factor. We'll see about that one. Let us know what you think of the team. You know, maybe ask me today being sensible on the old energy. Quiet for this. Newcastle playing out from the back. Yeah, Lascelles to Pope to Bain. No real pressure or press from Arsenal. Gordon looking for the flick to Willock. Intercepted. Havertz is awful, isn't he? He's just ran the ball out of play. I mean, there's no wonder Arsenal have finally brought a striker and they waited long enough. They should have done it years ago. They finally got the 70 million man in. Gyökeres, who got paraded onto the pitch before. I didn't think he should do that well, I'm not sold on Gyökeres. I know his goal scoring record was ridiculous last year for Sporting Lisbon. He used to be in England before, didn't work out. Obviously, he's a lot better now, but I don't think he'll be a massive flop, but I don't think he's going to be the man to score you loads of goals to win you the league. Do you know what I mean? That's one way of putting it. I'm giving free promotion here. New Tonic. They should be bloody sponsoring us. James Smith, Chris Williamson. Look at that. New Tonic there. Good drink, to be fair. Productivity drink. Like natural caffeine with some nootropics. Bloody hell, this watch long has gone on. I should be a Warbia, really. I'm going to take that away. Warbia. You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. But I'm being sensible. It's a bit early. It's not like, but it should be, but it isn't really. Because if this was in the tune, I'd definitely be full of drink. Can't wait for the season to start. Looking forward to that. Don't know why, because pre-season's been absolute shallows, hasn't it? Sandro, though, bossing that midfield. Turning them inside out there. That was nice. Oh, and Goy, let's see some of you. He hasn't got his karate kid hairband on again, has he? This is nice by Newcastle. Sula holding it up. This is really nice. Tonali's pass. I jinxed it. Went a bit behind Trippier there. But we've still got it. Still going. Go on. Sandro's there. Go on. Elanga! Yes! Anthony Elanga! Who took the mick, but he's actually done it. He scored on his first start for Newcastle. Anthony Elanga. I think it may have took an absolutely awful deflection. But Elanga, his first start in black and white. And we are off the mark. Gets in there. Oh, yes. This has gone better than I expected, to be honest. But let's have a look at the replay. Like I said, during the build-up, it was really nice play. Sula holds it up nicely. Tonali spreading things. He does put it behind Trippier, so he has to come back. But then Sandro makes the run to the edge of the area from the right. Low cross. Elanga. It's a weird finish. Let's see. This will be a better angle from behind the goal. Tonali, we've seen it do him so many times last season. Drills it in. Oh, it is a little chip. Kind of like a little dinked finish from Anthony Elanga. Might have even hit the post as well. A big little skip off the ground there. But they all count. And that's Elanga off the mark. Hey, I tell you what, we'd love to see that. Anthony Elanga and his first Newcastle start. 6 minutes in. Scores his first ever goal. Hopefully the first of many for Newcastle United. Oh, I'm pleased with this. Very pleased with this. It's what we need, this. Bit of hope. That's the first optimistic, positive thing that's happened in weeks. Yeah, we're smashing this, yeah. We're all over Arsenal 7 minutes in. Great team goal, that. What a lovely move it was. Everyone was involved from the back into midfield. Tonali really making things happening. Gordon, Asula, nice little bit of hold-up player there. Big man. Yeah, he's showing what he's like, Isak, don't worry about it. Yes, let's go. Nah. Got Big Willie style. Big Willie Asula. Showing us how it's done. Shout out to Holly for the first super chat of the stream. Thank you very much. And you're very right. It is great to see Elanga scoring. That was a lovely sign, to be honest. Lovely sign seeing Elanga there. I mean, honestly, the only good thing this summer is Elanga signing for obvious reasons. But just the whole video, if you've seen it on Newcastle's YouTube, of like, transfer, Arsenal headed over by Havertz because he's hopeless. Was the excitement on Elanga. You could genuinely see how happy and buzzing he was to be in Newcastle, when he was loving life because he was found out he was going to be wearing a long sleeve shirt. You know, he was genuinely excited looking around the city and his taxi right to the training ground. You know, he seems like a top bloke, and he really wanted the move, and it's happened. And I think he's going to show us how excited and how passionate he is to play for the club. So that's a real bonus. The only bonus of the summer so far has been Elanga signing and Elanga scoring. 1-0 Newcastle. Gets in. Afternoon, Adam, who's a member there. Shout out, Adam. Remember, we all do member giveaways. On the channel, we did one for the podcast the other night, 24 cans of war beer. And that is going to be announced on the next show, which will be a week on Wednesday. Because I say I'm away next week, so we'll be announcing the winner of that one. You just can still go onto the stream, hitting the comments or hitting the community post, and comment to win 24 cans of war beer. And then, when I'm back from holiday, we're doing a shirt giveaway. Once all the kits are out, you can have your choice. If you win the YouTube member giveaway, you can take your pick. Home shirt, goalkeeper shirt, pink shirt, yellow shirt, away green shirt. That's your cup of tea when it's officially unveiled in the next week or so. And, of course, the retro third kit. Whichever one you want, you can pick it. Arsenal getting back in the game here in the box. Drilled across. Gordon with the clearance only as far as Trossard. Big block there by Trippier. Good start of the game. This it doesn't have the usual boring preseason friendly feel to it. Was it Bain with the block? It doesn't, the Celtic game and then Arsenal against Milan the other night. I couldn't watch it. It was just so slow paced, and it is boiling hot, and they are just getting the fitness levels up. But this has got a good energy to this game. It's exciting in the opening 10 minutes. Gordon wanted a foul there. Felt like he was hacked down. I think it was Zubamendi. Nothing given though. Now friendly about this so far. The old Newcastle Arsenal rivalry that's been boiling up in the past couple of years post takeover, really, after beating them at St James's, and especially last year knocking them out of the Carabao Cup semi-final, them wanting Isak and everything else. So it's all kicking off a little bit. Bit of a spicy one. Pope's trying to play out from the back, yeah. This should be interesting. Leaving it to the cells. This is obviously the plan going forward into next season. Testing out the new systems, yeah. That worked well, to be fair. Oh, tonight he just couldn't get the ball under control there, but it was from Lascelles to Bain. Quickly split the midfield, but tonight he lost his grip on the ball. Alex Murphy looking pretty solid and balanced there. Liking the look at him so far in pre-season. He has Anthony Elanga picking up the ball in a central position. Asula's out wide on the left now. Good bit of injection of pace there. There's Elanga. Joe Willock. Arsenal got everyone back now. Bruno's going to look for a little lob pass. There it is. Trippier. That's reminiscent of 2 years ago. The ball across. Tonali! Oh, saved by David Raya. Some really nice build-up play, to be fair, for Newcastle today, like. But it's wide open this game now. Arsenal up the other end. Murphy's got a challenge on his hand with Saka. Saka wins that one. Oh, Arsenal. Oh. Good tackle, Kieran Trippier there to stop the cross from Leandro Trossard. Asula's got a chase on his hands here. He's running down. Ooh! Rhea sliced it and it went out for a throw. See, good pressure there from William Asula. Made the keeper panic. Forced the throw. I don't know why Rhea was that far out. He's nearly on the halfway line. I think Saliba had it. But thankfully for us, it's a throw, but we went back with it. Just building up now. No, it's out for an Arsenal throw. There's Howard Tyndall. My dog and Eddie. Back on the touchline again. Tell you what, Eddie Howe looked stressed to hell the other day, didn't he, in his press conference, man? He needs to look after himself, obviously, after last year. Going into hospital. I don't think this summer window's done him any favours. Things not going our way. Bit of panic online in the last couple of days, saying people that wouldn't be surprised if Eddie Howe walked with how bad this transfer window is going and losing Isak. I think that wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen yet, anyways. Especially, you got to see if that Isak money gets spent. If he gets sold, which is looking likely. Talk on that in a minute. Saka, ball at the box, cleared away slightly, blasted over the bar by Ben White. So if Isak goes next week, which is obviously likely on next week, the week after, whenever, then I think Eddie Howe would wait. I don't think he'd walk anyways, to be fair, like depending on how the season started. But when it comes to it and the money's there after the Isak sale, if and when, then I reckon he would see how that played out. The director of football is meant to be coming in soon, the CEO. If that gets moving and we get signings through the door, we spend that Isak money, then I think he would be all right to stay and rebuild and go again. But at the minute, he's clearly, just as frustrated as all of us, to be fair. You know what I mean? You could see it in what he was saying. You could see it in his body language. That he's clearly frustrated and annoyed at the lack of action of incomings as well. Well, there's a Nick Pope special. Knee playing out from the back there. Straight up. At least he kept it play like. That's always a positive. But I got the news earlier. It's on Sky and stuff as well. That Liverpool looking very likely to sell Luis Diaz now to Bayern Munich. I think they've nearly agreed a fee, is what I've seen before. Is it 69, 70 million, something like that? So when that comes in, that Diaz money comes in, and he goes to Bayern Munich, that's definitely going to open up the doors for Isak bid to be made. Liverpool will then have the money to go in there and try and sign Isak and, put the offer in. Probably start at about 130. If it's true, Newcastle obviously want to hold out for around 150. But once Diaz goes, it looks like that bid for Isak will be incoming. Rumours that maybe Anthony Gordon. Newcastle don't want to sell Isak and they refuse to, or Liverpool don't meet the demands, then it could be Gordon. But, I mean, everything's pointing towards Isak now, isn't it? Absolutely everything. Oh, 70 minutes in. Still Arsenal 0, Newcastle 1. Trossard's down there for Arsenal. What we got? Any super chats? Got one here from Adam. He's a member, so I'll bring that one up. Any news on Wissa, Matty, mate? Yeah, we said at the start of the show, Adam. The update in the The update in the past hour or so was that Brad Giles there, the Brentford chief, has been once again told by Wissa's camp that he wants to move. He's holding out for a move to Newcastle. He's refusing to train. He's let them know. Wissa and his representatives have let Brentford know that he's not going to be training. He's not doing up to training because that's how much he wants to move. Wissa's angry because he was told last summer that he would be allowed to leave this year if someone did come in with a good enough offer with 12 months left of around that £35 million mark. Newcastle have been happy to pay that now. 25 mil rejected. They were happy to go at 35 mil. And now Brentford have changed their mind after losing Mbeumo and Norgard and the manager and everything. They're trying to get more money out of Newcastle. Wissa's raging at that. Wissa expected to be allowed to leave. Wissa wants Champions League football. So talks are still ongoing. It's not completely off. Bruno! Good save by Rhea, to be fair. Again, nice build-up play by Newcastle. And Bruno had the strike there, edge of the box. Pretty comfortable for Rhea, really. Side foot shot there, down to his right. Bottom right save. Loads of space for Kieran Trippier running. We ran with the ball all the way into our half. Usula made a nice run off Calafiori to the right. Couple of step overs. Bruno had a free shot. No one closed him down. But like I said, quite an easy stop for Rhea to make there. And then White hoofed it out for a corner at Newcastle, which Kieran Trippier will take. But yeah, Wissa's still forcing the move. Basically, he wants to move, and talks are actually ongoing, so it's not completely off, as was reported yesterday. And there's still confidence that hopefully something can happen because Brentford are made very clear now that Wissa isn't going back. Basically, and do they really want that striker there sitting in a huff for a year, and then let him go for Nout next summer when he's 29? You know, just take your 35 mil. And use it wisely. You know, rebuild it. You know, you've lost Mbeumo, we've lost everyone else. You may as well do a complete rebuild now. I mean, may as well do the lot. Full whack. 20 minutes in. Still Newcastle 1-0. We've got a Trippier in swinger from the right. See, Alex Murphy, get your head on this, son. Oh, good old tussle in the box there again. Still no friendly feel about this one. Big Jamal Lascelles and little Miles Lewis-Skelly. Young and old going at it in the box. Or if he's not happy, like. But no cards have been dished out. Trippier corner comes in. Ooh, right down the keeper's throat, that one. Punched away. Elanga. Weak shot blocked, and now Raya boots it away, but it's going to go for Newcastle throw. And that we keep it in, and we give it out to them. So that didn't make any sense. Should just let that one go for a throw in. We headed it back out there. Johnson's asking what's the score. It's just on the ticker there, mate. Yeah, Arsenal, Newcastle 1. Anthony Elanga on the 6th minute. Newcastle had some nice play so far in the opening 21 minutes. Good build-up play. Arsenal haven't been quite out. To be fair, I expected more from Arsenal. You know, they've been here a week. Look at that. Very poor, sloppy, bad touch there. Goes out of play. Yeah, they've been pretty lackluster, Arsenal. It looks like they're affected more by the humidity and the heat than Newcastle, even though, I say they've been here longer and they've already got a game under the belt in Singapore, beating AC Milan on Wednesday and then losing on penalties, which was a bit mad. Or was it Tuesday? One of the two. 1-1 Saka, and then they got beat on penalties. Let's see if there's any penalties today in Singapore Festival of Football before Newcastle head to South Korea next week. And then I think Arsenal go to Hong Kong. They just they're very sitting off Arsenal. You know, they're letting us have the ball. There's no pressure. There's no closing down. And that's only a friendly. But Newcastle really controlling things. They're better at those things. I think we're still showing more intensity. We're showing more desire and more skill, to be honest. I think we've played really well in the opening 20 minutes. I'm pleasantly surprised after being at Celtic Park last weekend. I wish we had a played like that then, because that was bloody awful last week. Absolute stinkfest. Go on, Sula, chase that one down. Calafiori absolutely shit himself when he's got big Sula running at him. Oh, Riaz being brave, trying to dribble there. Worked out Harry though, played out nicely from the back. Tonali getting stuck right in, but it falls to Marino. Then Bruno gets stuck in. Really good from Newcastle. He has Joe Willock, the ex-gunner. Don't pass it out. Don't pass it out. We've passed it out. We had an advantage there. I don't care if it's a friendly. Bukayo Saka's down. There'll be nothing matter with him, man. With his cap and armband. Oh, look at Arteta. Look at him. He's still crying his eyes out. He's still crying his eyes out at every decision. There was nothing in that, you know. It's just Sano Tonali, just a little shoulder bodge. And then Saka's holding his face. He doesn't even hit his face. It's to his chest, and he goes down. Hey, my days. That's pathetic, that, like. It's so sad how much Arteta whinges all the time, even in friendlies in Singapore. He's still bloody whinging. Tonali's got a nice back to his head. Little water break for the boys here, with Saka being down, getting treatment for absolutely no reason. Are we going to see the goal again? Oh, we are. There was a nice little scuffed one by Elanga, like, wasn't it? Does he hit it off the other leg? Or does it just take a big, like, divot when he hits it? It kind of took a bit of a scuff connection, hits off the ground, loops in. But hey, the all count, and it's great to see our new and only signing on the score sheet, where he actually Park's on the bench. South Korean wonder kid. South Korean Messi, apparently. See him soon. 59% possession, Arsenal. They've had more passes than us, 115 87. And we've both got the same pass accuracy of 84%. Donna, thanks for doing this live, Matty. My pleasure. You're welcome, Donna. I thought I'd jump in, and we're going to obviously have more of a chat as well, especially at halftime, get your questions in. And maybe if the game was boring, we'd do more to camera like this and answer your questions and stuff. But the game's actually been really good so far. But get your super chats in and answer the questions there, and then we'll have some transfer news and a bit of updatey stuff throughout the show. Has been a super chat coming from Simon. Big up Simon for that one. Thank you. Matty heard Man U might enter the Sesco race now. Yeah, they are in the race. They were actually in talks with them a couple of weeks before Newcastle did. But the problem with Man U is they need to sell how their Saka's got this year in the box. Cuts inside. Dilly, back to Ben White. Good tracking back there by Anthony Gordon. Good work there to force him back to Zubamendi in midfield. Good interception by Alex Murphy. Willock can walk away with it here. Fouled, surely, referee. No, sound that. But Man, you've been interested in Sesko after they missed out on Gyökeres, but they're also trying to get Ollie Watkins, which is a name that was linked to Newcastle yesterday. Ollie Watkins, after the Worcester deals, hit a bit of a stumbling block or two, with Brentford pretty much refusing to sell him, but him refusing to train or play for Brentford ever again. So that might reach a solution, to be fair. But Watkins linked yesterday. Man, you've been linked with Watkins, but Villa demanding big money. You know, Villa want, I think, 50, 60 million for Ollie Watkins. So again, he's 29, so that's mad transfer demands. But you've got the English tax on there, you've got Newcastle tax, Saudi tax, and we're about to get Isak tax as well. When he's sold, we've got all the taxes. But yeah, Man U definitely in the race for Sesko. But what I was going to say is that they need to sell. You know, they need to try and get rid of Anthony, Sancho, who's the other player? Garnacho, maybe even Highland. I think there's a couple more. We can try and get rid of, obviously, 4 or 5 players, but nobody wants them because they're absolutely dink. So nobody wants them. Man United have obviously spent a lot of money already on 2 players, 60 odd for Cunha and 71 for Mbumo. So they need to raise some funds before they can enter that Tesco race. So that's why Newcastle, for once, this transfer window should be moving quick. Should be getting the Sesko deal done. Get him in before we sell Isak as well. Because if we have the Isak money sitting there, Leipzig and any other player that we try and sign is going to demand more money. You know what I mean? You can get Sesko now for 60 million. If we sell Isak tomorrow and get 130 million for him, then they're going to want 100 million for Sesko because they know we've got 130 million sitting there. So we need to get Benjamin Sesko done. Get him in. Get him replaced. Free kick for Arsenal. Dink ball in. Out for a goal kick. How's that one for your set-piece coach? Newcastle have a set-piece coach now. He's the main man. Forget your set-piece coach for Arsenal. Don't know his name. We've got Mark Martin. One of the M&M. That's what we've got. Set-piece coach at Newcastle now. We've got M&M dishing out the corners and the free kick routines. Oh, having a water break. Half an hour water break. Half an hour on the clock, water break for Newcastle. Everyone's absolutely sweating. Reminds us of the bloody World Cup in Qatar, this. Water breaks and that. But yeah, Man U in the race for Sesko. Newcastle need that quick. Need to get amongst it. Need to get on it before we miss out on another bloody target. But yeah, Sesko will be a class signing for me. I'm happy with that. Listen, one of these that I leave gutted. But if you get big money from 130, 150, then I'll have Sesko. And I'll have a new goalkeeper. And I'll have a new centre-back. And I'll have a new midfielder. Obviously, midfielder that was mentioned yesterday, I've seen lots of people talking about and asking me about, was Lucas Paqueta. Obviously, Bruno's best mate, Brazilian buddy, that was linked to come to Newcastle before he went to West Ham. He had the whole betting scandal weighing over his head. But now, it looks like he's cleared of all those charges. Which is weird because last year there was talks that he's going to be banned for life. He's going to have a 10-year ban. He's going to never play football again. And then he ends up being cleared, and now he's linked with a move away. Apparently, the Hammers are happy to accept £25 million for him. I'd be all over that. All over that. So if Newcastle fancy going back in for Lucas Paqueta, I'd be pleased with that. We know Eddie Howe has his shortlist of the same 6 players. Tiki was on there. That's gone. Trafford was on there. Gahey's on there. Elanga was on there. That one actually got done. And one that's been linked for years is Lucas Paqueta as well. So I would get Paqueta in for 25 million. I think that would provide great midfield depth. What a long-staff replacement that is if you can get Lucas Paqueta through the door. I think it'd be quality to bring in for Champions League games, for rotation. And yeah, because if you look at the minute, if one of Bruno, Tonali, or Joe Linton gets injured, we're knackered. Because, it's a big ask for Mailey to step up. I haven't seen Willock have a good game in about 3 years. He's linked to leave as well. And then you've got, Joe White, the young'un as well. So we need another midfielder for me. Like now we've let Longstaff go, we do need to sign a centre mid. I think you can see that now. Willock just gave the ball away. He's just not good enough anymore for me. Like he should be replaced. I would have actually sold Joe Willock before Sean Longstaff, but obviously the money was there to get, more money for Willock in terms of homegrown. Longstaff's PR profit. Willock, they're trying to get like 20 million for him from Palace or Fulham, but it's pure profit from Longstaff's sale. But it's Arsenal 1, Newcastle 1. That is a smart goal, and it's Miguel Merino. Funnily enough, on the talk of midfielders, ex-Newcastle midfielder, Miguel Merino. Arsenal's first big chance of the match in the score. And he's running around the corner flag like a twat. It's a pre-season friendly, mate. Grow up. Get on with it. What's he doing laps around the corner flag for? Bloody salchicha. Newcastle won a free kick there in the build-up. Like Bruno thinks he was fouled, which was actually from Merino, I think. Ball was playing into Havertz. It was good hold-up play, to be fair to him, and it was a very tidy finish from Merino after running into the box. I think he gets the ball there for me. Miguel Merino, let us know what you think from that initial replay. It's a very nice finish. Easy, makes it look easy, to be fair, Merino there. Very smart finish from Miguel Merino. Pope's nowhere near it. There's not loads of power on the shot, but it is a tidy finish, which is a shame. I don't think Arsenal deserve that equaliser. Listen, it's only 1-0, so the game's always going to be close, but Newcastle have been much the better team in the opening half an hour. That water break has stitched us right off what they put in Arsenal's water. As soon as after the water break, they score. Newcastle, they've had a pint instead of a bottle of water there. Shame. We were doing well there. But 1-1 still Harry, isn't it? 1-1 still Harry's. Let's update that ticker along the bottom for you lot. Oh, Arsenal going for it. Yeah, like what the hell was in that water? 2-1. Oh, it's an OG for Alex Murphy. Oh, that's unfair on the lad. He's been Dean Harry as well against Bukayo Saka. Alex Murphy puts it in the back of his net, and in a space of a minute, the game has turned on its head. The game has turned on its head. Oh, in the space of a minute, Newcastle were 1-0 up, and before we know it, we're 2-1 down. Oh, let's have a look at that again. We'll update the ticker for you along the bottom. I was putting 1-1 in. What the fucking hell is that? Kai Havertz with the ball across. Terrible defending. And Saka's there behind him, but Murphy just blasts into his own net. How is he not doing better at clearing that? Why does he, instead of he actually shoots towards goal, could he not have shot towards the right of the post, like straight in front of him? He just waited and put it out straight in front of him. Could he not have done that instead? But he actually kills it into his own net. So Merino on 33 minutes. And Alex Murphy on what was it, 34? Oh my God. Arsenal all over us. Absolutely doing us on that right-hand side. Trippier's getting absolutely battered now on that right-hand side. Like Merino and A. Murphy. Oh, gee. Update the ticker for you lot. Just put 34. It was about that, wasn't it? There we go. Switched on a real quick one there. Like, God almighty, we're having a good time there. We're half an hour in. We're 1-0 up, playing the better football. Blink of an eye, we're getting beat 2-1. Oh, Stackers. Oh, good block by Murphy. Oh, I feel for Alex Murphy, Eric, but you think he could do better with it, man. You think he could maybe he panics a bit for me. He panics a bit. He absolutely blasts it into his own goal where you think just a bit more composure, just put it out for a corner. But the whole defence was bad there. Lascelles was slow to his man, drilled across the 6-yard box. No one reacted, and I don't know what Nick Pope was doing. Just in no man's land. Nowhere near the ball. If you're going to come out, at least come out and try and parry it away. But you just come out and stood still. So I don't know what Nick Pope's doing. I don't know why he doesn't just do one of the other. Nick, stay on your lane and get ready for the shot, or come out and collect it. He did a bit of both. Stuck in the middle. Oh, Nick Pope's nearly beaten from a corner. Arsenal nearly scored from a corner. Pope, to be fair to him, he gets his hand on it and pushes it out. Fucking hell. David Seaman. To be fair, Calafiori was waiting to head it in as well, but I don't think he would have needed to. I think it was going to go in from the corner. Nick Pope pushes it over, and it's now another corner to Arsenal. Listen, I don't want to be too harsh on Alex Murphy, the young lad there, and he's actually had a really good game up until that point. I think he's did well against one of the best wingers in Europe, to be fair. In Saka, he's held his own, really, for the majority of it. Also growing in confidence here. Can Gordon break us away, though? That's a foul, surely, this time, referee. Thank you. Yeah, Zubamendi. He looks a bit dirty, that Zubamendi, doesn't he? Going to be a bit of a foul merchant. He just held him. Just completely stops Anthony Gordon from running. We probably need that foul, to be honest. We definitely don't need water breaks, though. We've been on the wrong end of that water break. The water breaks, man, I know it's hot, but it just disturbs the style of play, doesn't it? It just disturbs the whole game, the momentum of it. Newcastle lost that kind of feeling, control of the match, and Arsenal have completely overturned it since that water break. Oh, looking for a runner there, but Bruno does well to block off the man. Oh. Just over 5 minutes of half time. Castle need to try and get something back here. Oh, Elanga. Is that? I thought it was Zubamendi again. I think it's Miles Skelly with a bit of a late foul there. But he has Anthony Gordon on the left. Played it in the middle. A little 1-2. Goalie's going to shoot. Goalie's going to blast it over. Which Alex Murphy did that. Blasted over. Tuna, who's a member, but Tuna Murphy was brilliant until that point, Matty. Sure was. Certainly was. Baza, what was in that water? Donna, I preferred Dubs, to be fair. Dubs isn't even here. Dubravka is apparently joining the team next week in South Korea. But he didn't fly to Singapore. There was rumours that he was going to be involved in the part of the swap deal. Bit of money towards Burnley for Trafford. Obviously, that went tits up, as every other sign has this window. He might be going elsewhere more on Dubravka this window for sure, but according to Eddie Howe the other day, he'll be flying out to South Korea to meet up with the lads, which just seems rather pointless, really. We've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench already. Do we really need to fly into Dubravka halfway across the world to sit on the bench? Got John Ruddy there, man. If anyone was left at home, why the hell wasn't Odysseus? I don't know. Oh, well, lads, let's finish this half strongly. 4 minutes to go. Tonali's going to look for a switch ball. He's got it there. Trippier's there. Trippier left it, hoping that they were going to head it out for a corner, and he got outplayed there. Went straight over his head. Trossard did try and head it away, to be fair, like. Man, you can offer better wages than us, but we can offer Champions League. Says Time Lord 7 Boris regarding the Sesko deal. Mentioning there that the lads are making a point after Celtic. They ought to be fair. That opening half an hour was a huge improvement on Celtic last week. I'll tell you that for now. I was there at Celtic Park. That was one of the worst performances I've ever seen. And that's only pre-season. It's the first game back, but you've seen here what it should be like. The attitude, the application. They showed it in this first half. They've been really good up until conceding that second goal. Arsenal again looking to take on Trippier on it and get down that right-hand side. Oof, Nick Pope just about keeps all of it. Right then, 3 minutes until half time. Oh dear. Passing it backwards, Nick Pope. Don't fancy that. Gives it to Lascelles. Lascelles gonna look long. Too right, is he? Go on, give it a boot, Lascelles. You know you want it. Oh, he thought about it, pulled it back to Trippier. He's got it again now. Back to Pope. Fucking hell, Nick Pope, what are you doing? He can't even pass the ball 6 yards, and people tell me we don't need a goalkeeper. Look at how important it is to play off from the back. And Nick Pope just absolutely blasted the ball at Dowman for no reason. Dowman had to stretch out for it, and then he pulls his hamstring and gives the ball away. Little things like that, man, is what kills the game and kills your build up and your style of play. I can't believe we let that Trafford deal fall through, man, and Man City came in. We should have had that tied up early doors in the window. And you've seen in this game why. You've seen in this game how important it is for Newcastle to get a new goalkeeper. Pope is horrific with his feet, and he hasn't been that good with his hands this game either, to be honest with you. And he wasn't against Celtic. Listen, we need another goalkeeper, man. Trafford's gone now. That was done. Everything was ready. We're scrimping over a couple of £1,000,000. And we paid the costs, you know what I mean? For being too slow, for being too daft, being too tight. Man City ended up getting them for 27 million. But we've got to move on now, and we should be moving on. We should be looking at someone like a Lucas Chevalier, French keeper. That would be a great signing. That would be a big boost. Because, I mean, Nick Pope's a good goalkeeper, like as in old school goalkeeper, shot stopper, but he just can't adapt to the modern game. And you've seen we're trying to play out from the back now. He can't do that. Oh, that's a nasty one there. Bruno and Marino, was it? Yeah. Going to be a free kick Newcastle on the edge of the box. Yeah, though, right on half time. Watch this one, yeah. Bruno puts his body in front of him. The classic trick from Bruno. And Marino goes through him a little bit, gets a bit of the ball. It's probably a foul. Smart by Bruno Guimaraes. 3 fouls each in this one. The players are absolutely sweating in the humidity. Trippier from the right-hand side, though. This is an ideal spot to get the cross in here in Newcastle to try and get a goal back in stoppage time. There's been 3 minutes added on. Oh, yeah, then nice delivery here. Back post, you've got the Sellers, you've got Burn, you've got height. You've got a shit cross straight into Raya's hands. That's what you've got. Yeah, that was a poor delivery from Trippier. He got the pace wrong, the delivery wrong. And it was an easy catch for David Raya. Get your super chats in, get your comments in. We'll go through some of the best ones at half time. Shooter's getting wrong for just standing in the way. If Ria's goal kick, Ria's trying to get the game started, and Shooter's just right in front of him. Love to see it. Wind him right up, Willie style. Ooh, a bit of pressure here from Newcastle on Arsenal from the back again. Go on, Elanga. There we go. We'll force Ria along. The Cells has picked up a yellow card. It's for complaining now. Being in the referee's ear about something, maybe. Just over a minute left. 3 minutes added on. Bruno wanting a foul there again. I tell you what, Arsenal, you can see what Mikel Arteta's trying to do with this new midfield. It's a bit of a feisty one. You know, we've been seeing and also been getting hammered over the last few years for lacking cojones, lacking fighting spirit. That's why we always bully them. But you can see what he's doing there. He's added some tenacity to the middle of that park. You know, with Zubamendi's looking like a bit of a bastard. Marino's getting stuck in. So they're toughening things up there. They're not as much of a weak link anymore like they used to be. That's a good ball up. Just headed away though by Arsenal. It'll be interesting to see what Newcastle do at the break and Arsenal do at the break in terms of how many changes. Obviously at Celtic we're seeing like 9 or 10 at half time. About to see the whistle being blown. Also got through next to corner flag. Let's blow the whistle, referee. Get them in half time. Get them in for half time. Oh, Newcastle United's website's just say they're going back to the going off the stream for some reason. That's kind. It's half time anyway. It is half time, so maybe that's why it's done it. We'll trick it back on. Yeah, it's half time. So it is Arsenal 2, Newcastle 1 at the break. We are trailing after taking the lead through Anthony Elanga. Oh, we'll sit up a little bit for this one. Oh, yeah, I'll show them the rest of the half there before Pope gets rid of it. And there we go, half-time break. So Elanga had a nice bit of luck with the finish, I guess, to get his first goal for Newcastle on his first start. Newcastle played really well, though, that first half an hour. They were having some nice build-up play. They were controlling the game. And they were looking good until a bloody water break on the half an hour mark gave Arsenal a new lease of life. I want to check what's in that water. Cheating, I think. I mean, performance enhancers in that one. Because after the water break, they were much better. They had more energy. They were going for it more. They were taking advantage of the left-hand side there. They were getting at Kieran Trippier. And there was a couple of errors, really, for Newcastle. The first goal was decent from Arsenal. You know, Marino, the ex-Newcastle player, scoring. You thought that there might have been a foul in the build-up, but Marino carried on, and he got a nice, smart finish into the bottom left corner. But then the second goal is a bit of a calamity. Again, it's down Trippier's side. The cross comes in. Lascelles is nowhere. Nick Pope's nowhere. He's in bloody no man's land in the middle. And then Alex Murphy just blasted into his own goal. Panicked a little bit. Couldn't turn. Couldn't get his body in the right position. And hoofed it into his own net, unfortunately. You were hoping he'd be able to just maybe put it out for a corner or whatever. But Saka was behind him waiting. And we end up stitching ourselves off there. 1-0 up. And then a minute or so later, we're 2-1 down. Not ideal. Let us know what you think of the first half in the comments. All right, then. Where are we at? I'm going to work where we up. Bazai, who's a member, wants to see Tino for Trips and Barnes for Gordon at half time. Would be nice to see Tino Livramento, wouldn't it? We haven't seen him at all, really, in pre-season. Not much action on the training pitch or, obviously in games as well. He had a bit more time off due to the under-21s Euros. And he's back there now. So hopefully now he's back in the mix, back with the squad. We'll see him involved today. We need a new goalkeeper, says Adam. Too right, we do. Too right, we need a new goalkeeper. I've just started with that before, but it's blatantly obvious for me. Great work from Tonali so far. Much better display from the Toon. Matty Sandler should be taking set pieces, in my opinion. No offense to Trips, not a bad shout, to be fair. Like, Tonali's delivery's good, isn't it? You know, Trippier's hasn't been that great for a while, has it? Really, Trippier's set pieces fall from what we're seeing when he first came to the club. You look at that goal is so bad that we conceded the second one. By the way, watching the replay, yeah, and Trippier does give it away. Everyone's slow and exploited at the back. And if Murphy blasts into his own. And what's Nick Pope doing there? I can't get my head around it, man. It's like the ball comes in and he's going to dive for it. And he kind of brings his arms back. He steps back in. It's like, what was the point in that? It's a quality finish by Alex Murphy, though. Absolutely blasted into his own goal. 58% possession for Arsenal in that first half. 6 shots each. 3 on target for Newcastle. 2 shots on target for Arsenal. They scored 2 goals. 1 thanks to us, obviously. The own goal from Alex Murphy. Alex Meret from Napoli, a bit older, 28, but a top keeper. 28's now for a goalkeeper, really, man. 28's a solid age for a goalkeeper, to be fair. Because people were saying, is Trafford too young for a goalkeeper at this Premier League level? Is he ready? You've got 3, 6, 9 Newcastle players warming up here at half time, by the way. You can see them now, so it looks like there will be 9 changes because they're all in the kits ready to go. Or is that actually the first team? Surely not. Can't see the camera's so zoomed out, but it kind of looked like that was Gordon. I don't think they need any more running up and down that pitch, though, because, you know, they're all absolutely knackered, sweating. But it might be, to be fair. It definitely looks like Gordon and Elanga in that. Yeah, it is. It's 9 of the first team. It looks like 9 of the... Yeah, it's Lascelles in that as well, Dowman. So it's actually... I thought it was the other team warming up because it's Celtic last week we made like 9, 10 changes at half time. But these lads are still doing sprints at the break in the heat while Arsenal are in the change rooms chilling. So, interesting choice there from Newcastle. But the players are hating that. Sweating the tits off already. Now they're back at half time when they think it's going to be the break. Running about the place, getting tested there. But you've got to get the fitness levels up. Listen, Arsenal have been doing this all week. They've been there already. They played Milan. So, Chevalier is going to PSG. Someone says. I'll have a little look at that. Didn't think that one was confirmed. Chevalier. I mean, there was a huge price tag, but it's just another bloody goalkeeper that's been out the way for Newcastle. You can scratch him off. Lucas Chevalier, 23, still at Lille. Let's have a look at the news. Oh, yeah, 5 hours ago, PSG reached agreement. Class. There's my target gone then. He's going to replace Donnarumma. He's all right. I've been at a busy morning, so I haven't seen that one. Great. Absolutely magnificent that. Chevalier has reached an agreement on personal terms with PSG. If an agreement is reached between the clubs, he will sign a 5-year contract. Romano saying that, 40 million euros. What a bloody bargain. 30 million quid, and we couldn't get that one done either. Wow, fucking sick. Honestly, that's another Chevalier or Trafford, both of them. Young top goalkeepers would have been a class signing, but you can just add it to the list of ones that we have missed out on. Chevalier. I mean, to be fair, PSG have came in, and he's going to go there, isn't he? You know, he's French. PSG are one of the best teams, if not the best, at the minute. Champions League winners. So that move would have been hard to get done if we had moved earlier in the window. It could have been a different story because that was the case with Trafford. You know, Athletic reported that there was no interest at all from Man City until a week ago, and then in a week they got the deal done. So if Newcastle had have even sorted Trafford out 2-3 weeks ago, never mind 2-3 months ago, when it should have been done, we would have got him. Man City weren't interested in him until a week ago, is what David Ornstein said. So again, that was because it was slow. PSG have been interested in Chevalier, but could you have tried to move in quicker? I mean, what keeper are we going to go for now, everyone? Let us know. There was a shout before for the Napoli goalkeeper. Who are we actually going to go for now? What goalkeepers? There's not loads of goalkeepers out there, is there? I haven't seen us linked to any other ones, to be honest with you. Now that Chevalier and Trafford's gone, I haven't seen linked to anyone. So I'd be interested to get some names in the chat. If Edison's fell out of Man City, can we just get Edison? Said this in the podcast the other night. Bring Edison to Newcastle, man. That would cheer everyone up a bit, wouldn't it? Get Sesko, get Edison. Turns the whole narrative on its head. Right. Let's have a look at the old chat. Everyone just saying it needs some new signings. Let's go back down because it went up quite far there. Neil Don, we get Ramsdale. Oh, mate, I can actually see it, you know. You've actually called it. I can see it. It's going to wind everyone up in it. Imagine that, really, Ramsdale and Calvert-Lewin. Oh. Ramsdale, the keeper that's self-confessed, he can't concentrate on a full game for 90 minutes. I mean, no. He's better with his feet, but no. Ramsdale's actually awful, but true shout, you know. I think Eddie Howe was the one that signed him for Bournemouth, if I'm right. Or he's had him at some point, but my God. Aaron Ramsdale would be very, very smelly. I would not like that at all. To Stegen for a couple of seasons for experience, not a bad shout, especially with the Champions League. Onana for you, mate. Why are we saying Donnarumma? Why don't we get Donnarumma, actually? Get big Donnarumma at the tune. Definitely don't want Onana. Absolutely not. No chance. I think you'll be lucky to get rid of him as well, unless you accept about £4 for him. You'll be lucky for him. I could take it plus 15 million for Isak. Oh dear. Bet we stick with Pope and Dubravka. We probably will, to be honest. We probably will, and it'll be an absolute shambles. I mean, it's a really scary thought of Nick Pope being your keeper for how many matches are we going to be playing this season? It could be up to 80 if you went for, say it was 60. Nick Pope, Dubravka, and you've got bloody Real Madrid away. You've got Man City at home. I mean, come on, no, man, no. Try our look out with Martinez for a loan at this point. Yeah, I'd take that. Like, Martinez is meant to be leaving Aston Villa. Obviously, they need to sell him. They need to sell Watkins. They need to sell a few players for PSR and FFP. So Watkins is linked to go Man U and Newcastle. Martinez is also linked to Man U. So probably be a big fee, but Martinez is a quality goalkeeper. You know, he's a bit of a nutter, but he's definitely a good goalkeeper. So I'd take him. I'd definitely take him. Would Nick Pope get in the Benfica team? Benfica's a random shout. Don't know what the link is there, but no, probably not. Dubravka's our best keeper by a mile, says Thomas. And he's the only keeper that's at home. So how's that for a good decision? Dubravka, a lot of you are calling for Dubravka to play. And to be fair, when Dubravka came in last year, everyone felt a bit more safe with him, to be honest with you. I think the defence definitely preferred having Martin Dubravka there. He's just more sturdy. He's just more solid. He's better at his decision making. He's more composed. Gives more confidence to the back line. He can play out more. You know, I tend to maybe agree in a sense, like, but that is the crazy thing that Dubravka's at home. Pope's playing, making blunders. Celtic now Arsenal, and then you've got Odysseas and John Ruddy on the bench, but no no Martin Dubravka, sorry, he's at home. Eddie Howe did say he was going to fly out next week to South Korea, which is strange, but we'll see. Anymore? Roberts, come get Robert Sanchez from us, says that guy. No way. He's awful as well. Not having him. Robert Sanchez, nah. No thanks, mate. You can keep him at the old Chelsea there. I'm sure you'll find a way to sell him, mate, and make a profit and sign someone else. Don't worry with it. You've just done it with Yao Felix somehow. So I'm sure you'll be alright. Can't see us saying any goalkeeper, says Adam. Unless, with the Isak money, surely you've got to use that to get a keeper. You've known Eddie Howe's wanting a keeper. You wanted Trafford last year. You wanted Trafford this year. Just because Trafford's gone, surely he's not going to give up and be like, oh, well, no, it doesn't matter. I mean, to be honest, we did that with Mark Gahey last summer, didn't we? Couldn't get Gahey. Man, I don't want any other centre back then. Doesn't matter. Please, no. We can't just go in there. What's this? Brent, no knee worries. Big Woody will save us in his dressing gown. We probably wearing a dressing gown now. He's probably asleep. Probably wearing the 5-star hotel dressing gown on the bench. Now, what else did he? Brian, we have as much firepower in a Sula as a water pistol. We'll end up with Elanga at 9 and Gordon Barnes out wide. We're not getting any players in with the number 9 shirt. Looks like zilch. Says Brian. Yeah, it's true. Like, I mean, I'm still hopeful. It's been a week of tough videos, you know, negative and rants and everything because it's been honest. That's the realistic approach. But I still think I've stuck by it, and maybe it's getting on for too long now. Tino Livramento's going to come on, by the way, and so is Sven Botman, so that's good to see. And many others, you'd assume, after the usual crack is to make several changes. But as I was saying, Matt Target. Oh, God. Anyone else just want to switch off from Matt Target? To be fair, Matt Target, I'll give him a chance. Anyways, what I was saying was there's still a few weeks left. There's still hope for me. Isak's very likely to go, but with the Isak money, there is then zero excuses to not move quicker, not move faster, and actually pay clubs what they want. Get on with it. Get deals done. You know what we've got? Was it 3 weeks until the Villa game? 3 weeks until the pre-season starts. Is that right? And then you've got, September 1st is the window closes. So we've got 36 days left. So 10 changes. Looks like it's going to happen. Those 10 players that played the first half were getting put through some drills before. But, it looked like it was just to get the fitness up and give them a cool down that didn't look like it was cooling them down at all, to be fair. But a lot of changes coming here at the break. It's hard to put into words our incompetence over the past year or so, says Bradley. We're not wrong there, mate. Get Andy Carroll back. He's at Dagenham. Yeah, he's settled at Dagenham Redbridge. Gotta get him. What else we got here? Buy back Anderson. That'd be nice. Be a perfect midfielder for her, to be honest, wouldn't you? Eddie Anderson would literally be the perfect backup to a Bruno with Tonali or Joe Linton. So, yeah, that would be nice. I find it mental that we didn't put... Apparently, we did not put a buyback clause in Anderson's deal to Forest, which is just stupidity and incompetence, as someone said before. It really is. Not having that in there is wild. You look what Man City do. It's not hard. Man City do it. Man City had the buyback clause for Trafford. They have buyback clauses for everyone. So, Arsenal do it. Chelsea do it. Why Liverpool have done it with player? Why haven't we done it? Even I don't even think there's a sell-on fee in there. Look at Man U getting a decent bit of money for us buying Anthony Elanga. I don't think we've even got there. Big Joe Linton. Good to see him. Harvey Barnes. So there is many changes to get through here. We have kicked off for the second half. We'll bring you those changes in just a minute. We'll bring them up on the screen for you. Our new I was going to say starting 11 at all, but it is a starting 11 to be fair. I think there's 10 changes. Has Nick Pope kept his place in goal? Just bring on John Ruddy, man. Why not? Bring on. I want to see Odysseus. I honestly, I do. I genuinely do. Because is he really that bad? Have Newcastle put one out yet? Nope, Newcastle haven't even told with the 10 changes yet on the website or on the stream. So just to be sure we get it right for you, we'll wait. Oh, Arsenal win, but I think it's offside. Lots of people online talking about how Nick Pope needs to be upgraded this summer. Desperately need a keeper. Everyone's really panicking and kicking off, like with the someone there. Pope's kicking and build-up was that bad. I'm almost at the stage of accepting Ramsdale, where we were on about Ramsdale before. I could actually see that one happening, I genuinely could. Oh, here we go. Newcastle United actually let me know the changes. No, I think we're still just posting pictures of Anthony Elanga, even though we're getting beat 2-1. Here's Harvey Barnes, though, in the box. Harvey Barnes. Have a shot, son. Plays it across. Anyone there? Should have just had a shot. How have they not confirmed the 10 changes yet, man? Oh, my God. Anyways, we'll just look ourselves. Tino Livermount on. That's a bonus. Plays it to Joe Linton. That's a bonus. Louis Miley's on as well. Botman. Here we go. Kraft, Target, Botman. We'll put them on the screen there now for Bruno, Murphy, and Byrne that come off. Alex Murphy, that is, who scored the own goal. There's 3 of the changes confirmed. 3 more. Joe Linton, Jacob Murphy, and Harvey Barnes. On for Joe Willock, Anthony Elanga, and Anthony Gordon. So Elanga's off there after scoring his first goal for the Mags in his first start. Tonali, Lascelles, and Trippier are the ones that are off there. Calafiori's down for Newcastle. Real Sociedad keeper Morero, 23, should be cheap. What about that? Oh no, we missed out on him, didn't we? It was the other goalkeeper that was linked. Was it the... Oh, I forgot his name. Costa or something on it? Didn't he go somewhere else? Missed out on him early in the window. Brilliant. Oh, yes, there's a good shout from Big G. Gregor Kobel from Dortmund. He was linked around the same time as that Spanish keeper. I can't remember the name of exactly. But yeah, Kobel from Dortmund, that would be a good shout. Be a very good shout, actually. I like that one. Bringing Kobel from Dortmund, not bad. I say not bad, really brilliant compared to the way Nick Pope's gone on. Any truth to Bruno's best pal from West Ham, Anthony? Well, there's actually nothing came out that has linked us with him. I think it was just a bit of a fanfare yesterday online after finding out West Ham would be happy to accept 25 million for him. So with Newcastle still linked to midfielders like Douglas Luiz and Edison from Atlanta, they must surely be taking a look at Lucas Paqueta from West Ham. 25 million is a steal. Did have a good season last year, but obviously he had all that weighing over him, and West Ham overall had a shocking season. So you can't really look at that. What I will look at is his time at Lyon, his time at West Ham when he first came in quality. They bought him for 50, so it's mad that they want him out. He's obviously unhappy. Maybe he wants a change. West Ham want to change. I am scared, though, and worried about, obviously, the charges. Apparently he's cleared, but is he over it as a person? Obviously, Sandro's did really well since his betting ban. Nothing else has materialised or came out from that. But with Paqueta, if we were to sign him, I would definitely get some stipulations in that contract, so we weren't kind of stuck with them, or if something did come out, there's something to work around there, because you didn't want to pay 25 million for him and then 2 months later have the Tonali situation again where you end up finding you're going to be missing for 10 months or banned. I mean, there was reports that he's going to be banned for 10 years. There was reports that Paqueta was going to be banned for life from football, and now it's coming out that he's completely dropped of all charges. So it's a strange one, but how good would that be for Newcastle? It would be great to see Paqueta in a Newcastle shirt. Well, we've seen him in a Newcastle shirt before in Bruno's back garden. So we do bits for Bruno and Joe Linton, bit of Brazilian chemistry there, and he is a quality player. We mentioned how much we need a midfielder, we need that backup. So for 25 million, I think it's a no-brainer, which means Newcastle won't do it. Makes too much sense. That one. Although, like I say, there is a bit of is there a lingering concern about the whole betting thing? Just had a pause there because Newcastle playing out from the back, so just panicked. Islam Slimani. Get him back. Seydou Doumbia. Some mad old shouts in the chat here from half time. Matt Sells. Well, I'll tell you what, we got rid of Matt Sells. He's doing all right, isn't he? One of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League last season, Matt Sells. Should I buy that clause? Ref got better than Pope, Matty, mate. Yeah, I agree, to be honest. Loan Mamadishvili from Liverpool. Isn't that mad? Liverpool got Mamadishvili. Newcastle wanted him. He was linked last year with Trafford. Went to Liverpool, sent him out on loan, and then he's came back. He's not going to get in ahead of Alisson, is he? Again, though, we were so certain that Trafford was coming to Newcastle, we didn't even try and sign like a Kelleher. I mean, that would have been a great signing. or they definitely had Kelly. It was cheap as well. But if you could get Maradishvili from Liverpool, they could do a little favour, since we seem to be doing them a massive favour and going to sell them the best striker in the world. Then I get Maradishvili as part of the deal or something. Scores along the bottom. Can you see the score? Surely everyone can see the score. I can see the score right there. We were the goal scorers for you as well, and the minutes. He has Arsenal, no Odegaard, not Norgard. Havertz, terrible cross, thankfully. But I people asking what the score is. It's on the bloody bottom. Right, let's get back to the. 25 million for Paqueta makes you wonder if West Ham knows something. It does in a way, like, because I mean, why is he half the price of what they paid for him? I'm not sure how long he's got left on his deal, like. Legend Damien for the super chat. Good day, Matty. Have a beer on me from Melbourne. Cheers, mate. Thanks very much. Might have to later on. Ball over the top. Asula. Definitely having beers next week. They're on holiday. That's for damn sure. That's why I'm behaving myself right now. Early doors. But thanks for the super chat, Damien. Appreciate it, mate. Johan Garcia. That was the name from Spain. That was the goalkeeper. That was linked. Didn't he leave and go to from Valencia? Did he sign for Barca? Did they get him on the cheap? Costa from Porto. That's the other one I was thinking about. That is a good one. Right, sound. All right then. Yeah, getting the moderator hat telling us to block someone because there's just an absolute mole in the chat. So we will do that. Not you, sorry for bringing that one up, Gary. But this you're not the one getting blocked. Don't worry. But when I clicked on them, the chat jumped up. But we're banned that one. We're not going to tell them the name. We're not going to give them the attention the little weirdo deserves. But he's now being banned, and no more comments from that one. I think you'll all know who it is by people saying it in the chat as well. Okay then. 55 minutes in, still 2-1 Arsenal. Newcastle have made the 10 changes at the break. We'll get back to your comments if the ball goes out of play or the water break. That'll be coming soon, won't it? Pope's fucking shit. Pope's just passed it out for a corner. Oh my God. I had people telling me earlier in the summer we don't need a goalkeeper, and we don't need Trafford, and Nick Pope's just passed the ball out for a corner. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of blame on Sven Botman there. Why has he let it roll under his foot? That's poor from Botman, but again, it's a bit of a mad one, passing it back to him when he's got an Arsenal player hunting him down. I mean, Botman looked really uncomfortable there, to be honest. It was a bit uncomfortable to watch. For some reason, the ball rolled under his boot. But again, from Nick Pope, you're passing it behind you and putting unnecessary pressure on your centre-backs, man. Because you can't play out from the back. I want to see Odysseus. He cannot be any worse. I want to see him. He used to be a decent keeper for Benfica and his country back in the day. It wasn't that long ago. He's not that old. Play him. Headed over by Havertz from Arsenal's corner. Let's have a look at this. Tell you what, Fabian Shaw was absolutely nowhere near his man. There's a free header from Havertz and it was a poor effort, to be honest. Not a target. I see other people there hammering there. Oh, what we're doing? Was that Joe Linton or Asula? They both got the same hair. I can't tell it was Joe. That was actually an alright save from Nick Pope. Straight at him from Saka on a scissor kick. But Newcastle just passing it out from the back, giving it away. Joe Linton, very poor. Arsenal pressing like maniacs now. They are. I mean, there was none of this in the first half an hour. Well, we're wanting to look that water break sorted them right out. Good tackle from Jordan. That's better. Can we move at the pitch a bit quicker here? Ursula holds it up. Harvey Barnes, can he get away from his man? Foul by Ben White. Why is there some wrongings in the chat? He's off. We'll go back up to that one. Didn't even see that one. So yeah, people need therapy. Some people are just so. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Again, we're not going to give it the attention it deserves, but disrespectful there from someone, to say the least. But we're not going to give them the attention the little troll deserves. What we had up. But a couple of years said to block him, so we've done that as well. Jacob Murphy! Yes! Get in, Murphy! Oh, right wingers on fire the day for the Mags. Elanga first half. Jacob Murphy second half. 2-2. That is a quality finish by Murphy. I tell you what, just play these up front. It'll be Murphy or Elanga up front next year, won't it? At this rate. 2 great strikes. Hey, I was not happy with someone. He's kicking off. Can we see anyone in the crowd there? Where's Mickey from Fleet Street? Where's Andy? Newcastle fans celebrating there in Singapore. Let's have a look at this again. Louis Miley. Loads of time on the ball. Gives it to Murphy. Murphy has a chance to turn. And again, knee real pressure on him. He's a good 25, 30 yards out. Left foot strike. Just strokes it at the bottom corner, to be honest. Rhea should do better. You'd be upset with himself there, David Rhea, but we're not upset. You know, there's not a great deal of power on the shot. But there is a good bit of accuracy, and it does find the back of the net. Jacob Murphy equalises for Newcastle. Let's get that ticker updated along the bottom for you. What was the minute on Murphy's goal? 58. Happy day. So both Murphys on the score sheet today. Alex Murphy with an own goal, and Jacob Murphy with the equaliser. Get on. Have a load of that. I'll be happy with this. I'll take a draw. At this point, can't be asked to see Arsenal fan TV's had a rating. Robbie and that out there in Singapore having a good time. No, thank you. What was the minute there? Did we catch it? Was it 55, did I say? 58. 58 minutes. There we're gone. All right, because we're 59 now. There's the ticker updated for you. Desmond at the minute. Bit of the old Desmond 2-2. Good finish. There's been some good goals in this game, to be fair. Like, yeah, we'll go. I want to see this lad. Max Dowman, number 56 from Arsenal. Is he 15, 16, something crazy like that? They were all ranting and raving about him the other day, saying he's the best thing ever. So let's have a look at him. Arsenal are making a change. Kepa Arrizabalaga is on for them. £5 million. Again, another deal Newcastle could have been on. Kepa might be prone to the odd mistake, but he's definitely better than Nick Pope and what we've got. And he was the most expensive goalkeeper in the world a couple of years ago. I think he still holds that record. And then Arsenal got him for a bargain, £5 million. But Newcastle didn't bother entering that race or trying to sign him at the time because they were so confident of getting James Trafford. Let's see how he does. The Newcastle still haven't made a keeper change. But Julian and Ben White going at it a little bit here. How about that? Have a bit of that. How do we change this? Colour here. Let me try a cheeky yellow on that one. There we go. I prefer the yellow. Do you prefer the yellow? Let us know. Yellow or blue? We're gonna stick with the yellow though for now. Oh, Jordan was letting Max Dowman know how it is. Welcome to the big boy leagues. Took him down straight away. Joey's not wasting any time. You're not in the reserves now, lad. You're not playing people your level. You're literally with the big boys now. You're with Big Joey. And he'll welcome you right in. Where is that Max Dowman? I'm trying to get something on him, confirm his age and stuff. He was born in 2009. That makes us feel so old. He's 15 years old, man. What is going on? The attacking midfielder, 15. And Julian's just wiped him out. That might be enough to make him change profession. That might think about a career choice. Might just think, fuck this, I can work in KFC instead. Can't be asked Julian smacking his out. And here's Odegaard. Where's that energy came from? But yeah, they're all ranting and raving about Max Dowman, a Hale End Academy product. He's meant to be class, so we'll keep an eye on him. Right, we're going to go up. See what your reaction was to Jacob Murphy's goal, but we'll wait a minute because he has Arsenal. Odegaard, he's going to have a shot. He's going to dink it. Back post. A bit too far. What a goal. People are saying, what a strike. Get in, Jacob. Love Jacob. Wow, what a goal. Left foot. What was a left foot delight there from Jacob Murphy. Big G. Isak gets 10 goals last season without Murphy. Too right. I mean, Isak was getting them on a plate from Murphy last year, all those assists. It truly was, to be fair. So, Salah's name Murphy, is he? You know what I mean? Isak needs Murphy. Ria been watching pub too much. He has. He's been learning off him, to be fair, throughout this game. He's been learning off him. Class to see Murphy still continue this formula. Now, we've went out this summer. We've finally bought a right winger. We've finally replaced Almiron. He's got some competition now. You know, big signing, 55 million on Anthony Elanga. But Jacob Murphy's still stating his claim. Jacob Murphy's still like, nah, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. And he's continuing a good start of pre-season after, you know, a great full season last year for Newcastle. We can't afford Tesco's wages. No, we can't afford Tesco's wages. I think he's only on 50-odd grand, 60-odd grand at Leipzig. And there was talks that he would be happy to accept, like, where he wants double that, basically. So he'd be happy to accept around the 120, which would be fine. That's what Isak's on. So he's literally took Isak's wage. Says here that he's actually on 90 grand a week. But there was wage struggles with Arsenal as well. So contrasting reports on that one. I mean, he's probably going to want, realistically, he's on 90. I think he would accept about 150. So, but if he wants to be greedy, you know, he's missed out on Arsenal. He could hold out for Man United since they pay massive money. You know, they give big wages to Mbeumo and Cunha and that. So he could wait it out there and try and look for that. But realistically, there's talks that personal terms wouldn't be a problem with Newcastle. That's what the reports were saying the other day. Maybe nearly got his head on that one. So, you know, Sesko wants to move to Newcastle, and there was reports that it wouldn't be an issue. It's just Newcastle putting a bloody bid in is the problem. Good game this, end to end. Definitely some more goals in this with still 25 minutes on the clock. Murphy stating his case. Decent goal. People preferring the yellow. Nice. I'm glad. I prefer the yellow as well, to be fair. Like, I'm trying to go for the blue to match like the blue trim on the Newcastle home kit, but I think the yellow does look better. Walter Mandy is available. Is he still available? I thought he was going to Bayern Munich, that Walter Mandy. So, oh, Newcastle on it. Jacob Murphy. Find them. Getting crowded there. Getting crowded. Nick Voltemade. 23, still at Stuttgart. There was talks he was going to go to Bayern Munich though during that under 21 Euros. Nick Walter is still hoping for a deal between Stuttgart and Bayern Munich 15 hours ago. Stuttgart agreed to start negotiations with Bayern for Walter. Bayern have put an offer in, which is worth 55 million euros, which has been rejected. Walter is close to becoming the biggest sale in Stuttgart's history, surpassing the 35 million of Pavard to Bayern in 2019. So he's going to cost 60 odd million. And it looks like he's going to go Bayern Munich. So we'll scratch that one off. We'll scratch that one off. Where is Cadero going? He's meant to be gone to Ajax, apparently, or somewhere else in the Eredivisie over there in Holland. I'd like to see him in pre-season, though. I know he's obviously been given extra time off, but so was Tino. Oh! Wade from Asula. Oh, that was nearly such a good goal from Newcastle. It was a lovely whipped ball in by Jacob Murphy. And Asula's glancing header goes wide of the far post. There's a long ball over the top. Was Murphy not offside? What a delivery. Asula has to duck down, gets his header. It's not a bad effort. It's a hard one because the cross is quite low. Like I said, Asula's got to stretch down to get it. I think that's a bit unlucky from Asula, to be fair. He does well there. And it's just wide. But yeah, Kadero would be nice to see if he came out of South Korea. I see him at the Salah Cup. But obviously very likely to go out on loan for Newcastle. What's this change for Arsenal? Goal scorer Marino coming off. Decaz is coming on. Declan Bomblacart Rice is coming on for Arsenal. Rice, baby, on the pitch now. Please note Nicholas Jackson. Tell us about it. Jesus Christ, Nicholas Jackson yesterday did a video. That's a lovely little skip thing on Miley to get past his man there, Rice straight away. Tino's got some space to get the cross in. Sula rises too high, though. Jumped too early, I think, there, and Mac Target went past him at the back post. Cheers, Ben. Enjoy your Sunday too. Would you take 70 million in Gakpo for Isak? No. Don't really need. Gakpo's good, but it's not the type of player we necessarily need. I mean, I would have him, but up to 70 million. You know what I mean? We need more than 70 million. We need more money than that up front. FFP, and to get some more signings through the door. I'm not a war break yet. Surprised. Take Elliott. I would take Harvey Elliott. Definitely take Harvey Elliott. Big fan. But again, we've got Elanga Murphy now. Where's he? Is he going to play deep down midfield? Is he going to get the minutes? Oh, is that Sven Botman having to come off because he's injured? Oh, it is. Fuck. Harrison Ashby just came on for Sven Botman. Jesus, you forget how Harrison Ashby's here. He's been at the club for years and he's had failed loan spells. Hasn't worked out for him. Meant to be a right back, isn't he? Now he's playing centre back. Sven Botman coming off injured, man. I was saying he doesn't look comfortable before. You know, when Nick Pope played the ball back to him, and it went out for a bloody corner, he just never looked very, very comfortable at all. You know, he looked like he was a bit of a niggle he was carrying, or something wasn't right, and that's a big shame. And we can't afford another season of Sven Botman having injury problems and issues. You know, it's a real worry, that one, and it's getting worrying now. Worrying now. That's a good bit of English. Nick Pope just about makes a save there from that young Max Dowman, the 15-year-old trying to get on the score sheet. Pope eventually stretched to it. Nick Pope as well doesn't look comfortable, does he? Looks shit scared of himself. He looks scared to be out there. I mean, he made a mistake earlier, so his confidence might have dropped, but he just looks scared. That's an easy save to make, and he just made it look uneasy. He makes me uneasy. He just took forever to get down there. It's out for an Arsenal corner. Rice is going to swing this one in. He's fucking Botman going off injured. The more I'm thinking about it, the more it's sinking in. All the injury concerns and time out last year, and he's just come back in, and he's injured already in pre-season. He had the knee strap on, didn't he, in Austria in the pre-season camp a week or so ago. Is Botman going to be the fear and the worry that people have, where they say, he's the new Woodgate, he's never going to be able to get a run of games, he's never going to be able to stay fit? Not a good look, not a good look at all. Dutch centre-back was only on the pitch for 25 minutes for the tune. Save from Pope there from a long-distance shot. Won a foul. Won a foul. Oh, there's a nice comment there. That they have a look at this one. Sterling Euro fan. Matty, I'm a Geordie living in Dundee. Your content keeps me up to date with all the Toon fans, plus your banter is class. Keep up the good work, mate. Thanks a lot, mate. Cheers for that. Nice comment, I appreciate it, pal. John Ruddy's coming on. Big Ruddy's coming on. Let's all have a party for Ruddy. He's took his dressing gown off. He's got his kit on. And he's ready to go. Fucking hell. I was joking about bringing John Ruddy on, Eddie. How does he ask? Ruddy's 50-year-old. Anyways, so is young Sean Neve on. Sean Neve is on for William Asula down the middle. I don't mind that. You know, you want to give these youngsters a chance in pre-season, see what they can do. I know what John Ruddy can do. He's been in the game for about 40 years. Oh, well, Ruddy, let's see it. I hope he does well. I hope he does well and he starts playing. Yeah, it'll be funny. We need 2 centre-backs now, says Peter. I think Botman should retire, bloody hell. Botman's made of a stack of cards. Yeah, Botman's a crock. Can't rely on him. I mean, it's harsh, but it's kind of looking that way, man. Matty, thoughts on Asula's performance today? I thought he's did all right. I thought he was unlucky with his header. I think his shoulder play has been good. He's looked strong. He's looked quick. I think he's done all right. Listen, I'm not expecting Asula to set the world alight. He came from Sheffield United for about 8 million quid. 10 million with add-ons, whatever it was. You kind of expect he's looked good in parts. Some parts he looks like he's got obviously some work to do, but I think he's did well today. I think he's done well. Maybe he's offside. Oh, how long we got left on this one then? Nearly 800 people watching live. Please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to whack on the screen just to let you know, just in case you don't. There it is. Bash. And give her a like as well. Thanks very much. As the penny taking the water break. 15 minutes left in the game. Cheeky water break. Arsenal bringing some youngins on now. Salmon. What's going on? Norgard's coming on as well from Brentford. Nichols coming on as well. Arsenal bringing the changes now. We've heard Zubamendi's coming on. There's a young in there with a double barrel surname, number 71. I can't see. Joe Linton's sweating. Ruddy's getting a drink. Me, you've only been on 2 seconds. What's Ruddy getting a drink for? Showing his age there, eh? Bloody hell. Saliba's off for Arsenal. Big Ruddy, man. He's good crack, isn't he? It's just mad, isn't it? Who had that on a bingo card? Buddy John Ruddy playing for Newcastle after being owned by the richest people in the world. In 2025, John Ruddy. See what the comments are saying now in the water break. Has anyone got any info on Tino to Man City? Whew. You had people on Twitter yesterday trying to say, Tino wants to move, things like that. We had reports last week saying that Tino was going to be offered a new deal at the club to be one of the highest earners to keep him here, to ward off that interest from Pep Guardiola. So, I hope he stays, obviously. I think he will. I think Man City being kind of put off by the price tag, and I think Livramento stays, hopefully. I mean, I'm not sure I can handle it. I'm really not sure if I could handle it. If the news came out that Tino did an Isak, said he wanted to leave, and then, I couldn't be dealing with that. Like, not in the same summer. Give us that crap next summer, but not this year. Nah, surely not. We have all these keepers, and none of them are good enough. Depressing scenes. Yes, that was a comment, not my words. Inactive. Ruddy hell, says Kirsty. I'm Ruddy hell indeed. Big Ruddy, man. Get in. Such a shame about Botman. Such a talent, says Kyle. Oh, it is like, I mean, that first season, he was unreal, wasn't he, Sven Botman? Go on, Ruddy, lad. Look at the state of it. He was closed down, shake his pants, puts the ball out for a throw-in. I think they might have got away with it. Look at this, man. I'm just joking, because why can I be angry at John Ruddy? The bloke's just, he's in the end of his career. It's a joke that we're bringing him on, but yeah. It just looks awful. Max Dowman. Oh, look at Ruddy with a save. You expect that veteran to make that save, but he did it. Flew through the air like he was 19 all over again. Go on, Ruddy. Have a look at that replay. Action replay. I'll tell you what, Dowman does look unbelievable, mind. But that's a pretty comfortable save. Ruddy's turned up for the cameras a bit there, like. You wonder they're talking about that Max Dowman as being quality, because he's definitely showing it. And at 15 years old, that is scary. Very scary. Newcastle getting a bit sloppy here in the last 10 minutes or so, giving the ball away quite cheaply. Arsenal made a lot of changes now, so they've got fresh legs. We made ours at half time. Oh, who's that going for a cheeky lob from far out? Louis Maley. Was that Kepma? Got it in his locker, hasn't he? I talked about it earlier. I think it's a bargain at 5 million, but he's got that. Try to play it out. I think Neve got a deflection there, to be fair. I think, did he intercept it, or did Kepma just cock it up? Couldn't really see from that angle, but then Maley went for the long range lob and put it long over the bar, to be honest. Tanani, he's still going strong. The Ferrari's still running. Didn't worry about that. That engine ticks over all day long. Oh, Murphy. I think it's not even enough, actually. I think I'm talking shit. I think it might have been Harris Nashby with the old comb over there. Harris Nashby's been spending enough time with Sandro. With the tattoos and the swoosh back. Looking like he's been at the Sopranos now, Harris Nashby. Murphy puts one out of the bar. Murphy being very poor after his goal. Also on the attack here now, Martinelli. Getting away from Ashby. Oh, played it along the 6-yard box, and thankfully there was no one there to tap it in. Contract extension for that save from Ruddy. He's got a contract for life, man, John Ruddy. Doesn't need to worry about that. Pick up the Yawn Roxvag for this one. I'll pronounce your name all right there. Hello from Norway, Newcastle fans since the 90s. You're the best Newcastle YouTuber. You got good taste over there in Norway, Yawn. Thank you very much, mate. Hope you're having a good one. Appreciate the support there. Love the content from a Rangers man. Big up Jack for that one. Is there any legs in the Sesko deal? Do you think there definitely is? It definitely is. I can see it happening. But we need to. I would make it happen before the Isak when he comes in. There's people saying, well, once we sell Isak, then we'll get him in. What a load of bollocks that is. Just get him signed now before the price goes up, man. Anyone we sign post Isak's just going to demand more money, as I mentioned earlier in the show. Really like Sulami. Think he could become a very exciting player. See, it's Geordie D. Watch him go to Man U, Sesko. You could see that, like, definitely. Is Bond still on? It's a good question. I haven't seen him. Dowman. He's away from it. Oh, Joe Linton. Trying to bully Dowman again. Oh, he's given a penalty. Really? That looked soft for a penalty. Joe Linton looks tired. That young Dowman's causing all sorts of problems. Oh, shit. and he's won Arsenal a penalty. Jordan's laughing his head off because he's like, why is that a penalty? Let's see a replay of it. Dowman's running. That is so soft, man. Jordan makes a bit of contact. It's kind of shoulder. He has a little pull. Dowman dives. Oh, he's learned how to dive at the age of 15. How pathetic is that? In your academy, they're teaching you how to dive. That's a dive, man. He's went down far too soft. He's straight back up. Even he's turned around and went, oh, you give it. That referee. It's a friendly. What are you giving away penalties for in a friendly? Even if it was a massive foul, you're just like, oh, well, get up, man. It's a friendly. It doesn't matter. What are you giving? Awarding penalties for such a soft foul like that is pathetic. Let's see John Ruddy in action. John Ruddy got a black eye there. Let's see John Ruddy's been painting the ball. Let's see John Ruddy save this, man. How are Ruddy? Show your worth. Contract extension, well deserved. If he saves this one, big Rud dog. Go on, Ruddy, lad. Odegaard, the captain, to take this one. Odegaard steps up for Arsenal. 6 minutes left on the clock. 2-2. How are you, John Ruddy? The referee's just stopped his run. What is this referee on, man? This referee's just loving the limelight. This Singapore referee. He absolutely loves it. He's just stopped Odegaard in the run-up for no reason at all. All right, Ruddy. Do it proud. Odegaard. Oh, it's in. John Ruddy went the right way, but Odegaard scores. Odegaard scores. Ruddy's not happy with himself. It looked like he was close to it. He looked like he was close to it. But Odegaard on the 85th, 84th minute. Yeah, as he goes to the left, Ruddy guesses the right way, but he's too old, man. He can't stretch that far. It's a great penalty, to be fair. It's right in the corner. There's not much you can do about that, all jokes aside. Update the old pick phase along the bottom there. Well, update the score. I didn't update the score line. 3-2 to Arsenal. There we go. Oh, can Newcastle pull one back? Haven't seen much of Sean Neve, the young lad that's came up top. Haven't seen Harvey Barnes touch the ball. Haven't seen him do much, to be honest. Hey. John Ruddy to the left there, Murphy. We just about still got it. What the hell is Tino doing? All the way up there, like a left winger. Oh, that's because Ashby came on, wasn't it? Because Kraft went to centre back, Ashby's at right back. Tino is just in a free roll like Messi. Tino liver Messi. 4 minutes for Newcastle to get an equaliser. Oh, we're going to have a penalty shootout anyways. Like Arsenal did the other day when they beat AC Milan 1-0 and then we had a penalty shootout. I really hope not. Who wants to see more penalties, more John Ruddy not being able to get there? We don't care. Louis Mailey. Joe Linton who give away the penalty. Murphy gives it to Ashby. No pressure from Arsenal here. Ashby's allowed to carry it forward. Jacob Murphy's going to look for a delivery with his left foot into the box. It's deep. It's dink. It's out for a goal kick. Hey, fair enough from the Man U fan there. Cornish Melissa, Man United fan. Yeah, I really feel for you with what's happening with your club. I hope you get who you want apart from Sesko. Fair enough. Ruddy Fight Club favourite in Singapore. Class. bring back Biasley. Man thing. Right then. Get your comments in, get any super chats in. Last couple of minutes. Game's got 2 minutes left on the clock. And then we'll round up the live stream. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. We're nearly at 1,000 viewers now, so please do subscribe and give a like if you haven't already. He has Murphy. He has Crafty. Get the ball in, man, lads. Taking too long. Miley, bit of space. Wastes the pass and gives it to Kepa. Listen, I'm going to round up the game before we get into the, as it stands anyways, before we get into some comments and stuff at the end of the show. I think it's been a good game. I think it doesn't really feel like a pre-season friendly in part. I think it's been quite exciting, quite interesting. Good energy levels from both teams. I think Newcastle were class for the first 20, 30 minutes. And Arsenal scored a couple of quick goals, took the wind out of us. Pope and that were a bit poor at the back for them ones. But it was fantastic to see Anthony Elanga score his first goal for Newcastle. Then you've seen Jacob Murphy score again, so he's continued a good run of goal scoring form in the second half to get the equaliser. A couple of good finishes in there. I think Marino had a good finish for Arsenal as well. We made the most of our changes at half time, 10 of them. And Arsenal did that around the 75-minute mark, so they've had fresher legs, and you've seen that in the closing stages of the match. And that Max Dowman, it looks like he's worth the hype, man. He looks like he's worth the hype, what people are saying, because at 15, he's been causing all sorts of problems. He looks like a real star in the making. Disappointed that he did seem to, go down easy, bit of a dive. Ashby! Oh, he's hit the ball! Oh, is he offside anyways? That would have been a crease to see Harrison Ashby score. Right, Dowman looks great. I think he went down easy off the Joe Linton nudge. Don't think it was a pen. I think there's need to give a pen like that in a friendly. But it is what it is. Oh, Kepa made the save. Kepa pushed it up and over the bar, or onto the bar. Oh, Newcastle in with a chout there, nearly an equaliser. But yeah, listen, Newcastle been a lot better than today. I was there at Celtic Park last week. That was terrible. It was embarrassing. It's been a lot better today. No one really cares about the scoreline in a friendly. It's about getting your fitness levels up, and at least we've been competitive today. And it's been a good showing, and there's been a lot of changes. A big negative is obviously Sven Botman going off. That's a big blow. He was only on the pitch for 25 minutes and he came off. So that's a sore one to take. A negative for me is Nick Pope's goalkeeping. I do think we need to sign one. But like I say, the positives are the wingers on form in Murphy and Elanga. He has Fabian Shaw, shot straight down Kepa. Easy save for him. And yeah, I think that some of the positives have been the build-up play. Newcastle have worked the ball nicely. They've had some good passages of play. We've caused a couple of problems. A bit of a lack of threat there down the middle with the Sula. You had a glancing header that went wide. That was quite unlucky. But apart from that, not a great deal. But I think we've done well. Listen, honestly, I thought it could have been a bit of a batter in the day. Arsenal have been there longer than us. They've played AC Milan in their stadium the other day. Newcastle are just really struggling to get up to speed. Tyndall and that were talking about the struggles of the humidity and the heat. So I think we've did well. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's one of them ones to come away from it. It's been a good game. We've gave a good account of ourselves. So I'm fine with the performance today. We're nearly into the 92nd minute. There's going to be 94 minutes altogether with the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Can we get one last chance and get a draw? I think a draw will be a fair result. I think that penalty was harsh. It was daft. It was unnecessary. So to lose the game at that would be annoying. But I said 3-1 Arsenal before the game. It's 3-2 at the minute. I think 3-3 would be a decent score. Be a fair one. See what Newcastle can do here. Tino Livramento. Good little bit of dribbling from him to give it a Big Joe. Now Harvey Barnes, who's been very quiet, man, since he came off the bench. Harvey Barnes hasn't gotten into the game at all. You got Matt Target there. Friggin' hell. Kraft. I think Ashby's actually looked all right as well, to be fair, since he came on, you know. Jacob Murphy, one ping on him, Murph. Oh. Tackled on the edge of the box, no free kick. Minute and a bit remaining. Loads of space here for Arsenal after we pushed forward. They were all offside, though. Now they've got back with target. Here's that Max Dowman again. He's going to loop one into the back post. Zinchenko looking for a runner. Dinks it in. We must get rid of that. We don't. Declan Rice. We must get rid of that one. We're just about to. Here's Harvey Barnes. Tired legs out there now, which you can understand. Sweating out there, aren't they? Singapore sweat. One last push, lads. 30 seconds to go. Be nice to see that Sean Neve get on the ball a bit more, or have a chance, have a shot, see what he's made of. Can he get a finish under his belt? But Arsenal just keeping everyone behind the ball now, as you'd expect. Game's about to finish. Miley, Newcastle looking for an avenue to break Arsenal down. Ashby's going to cross one in. Blocked. And Miley loses it. And Ashby loses it. And now it is 3-on-2 for Arsenal, but they can't even be asked to run either. They've run out of steam. Oh, Miley. Oh, he makes up for it. Martinelli got past him and then he slides in. And that is full time. Arsenal 3, Newcastle 2. See the goal scorers on the bottom of your screen there now. Everyone's shattered. Yeah, everyone's dropped to the knees. There we go. Howe and Arteta, quick handshake. Even shakes Jason Tyndall's hand for a change. Mikel Arteta, you can tell it's a friendly. He refuses to do it normally. See what you just seen in the chat before. Wrap things up. Please subscribe and like the video. If only we had a strike at a play up front, says Chris. Miley's been poor. I agree, he hasn't done much, has he? We definitely need to get that other midfielder through the door. Have a good rest of the weekend, Matty, mate. Says Adam, you too, mate. Thank you for tuning in and being a member of the channel. Hasler Sells had some minutes. Asks Andrew, he did. He played the full first half. Did okay. We've gifted them 2 goals today. We have, to be fair. You're right. Taylor there saying need to get target sold 100 grand a week is unbelievable. It really is unbelievable. That's absolutely insane. I can't believe it. Cliver and Cisco. Then we can put Isak in a reserve for 3 years. I tell you what, that's the one that's went quiet. Justin Cliver has gone quiet. Linked earlier in the window. Eddie Howe's a big admirer of his. He did really well for Bournemouth against us at St James's earlier in the season. So I would like that. Cliver and Sesko would be quality signs. I would get over the sale of Isak pretty quickly, to be honest. If we got them out the door, I would. You know, you don't want to lose him, but you want to go. See you later, get the money. And getting in Cliver and Sesko for what Wilson and Isak, it's good business. I'm alright with that. What else we got? I'm a Man United fan as well, says Leo. Enjoy watching the game, you guys. Toon fans have been class. Fair enough. Appreciate that one. Nice to see some, friendly cracking there instead of just trolls and weirdos all the time. Vincent, are you going live from Matty's mansion for the next game? This is great. Thank you. Cheers for enjoying it, Vincent. Wish it was mansion. But it's all right, though. It's not quite a mansion, though. So just the 3 beds. But no, I won't be live. I'm on holiday next week, so I'll be watching the game on my phone on the Newcastle Pass. But we're going to do way more live watch-alongs next season for games that can't get out away from home. So tune to that one, Vincent, and everyone else. We'll be back for the live watch-alongs. Maybe for the Villa game. We'll wait and see. But I may go out for that one, to be honest. But certain games, maybe some European ones and stuff, we'll definitely do more live watch-alongs. Because this one's been good. We've been going over 2 hours. We've had solid numbers throughout, some good interactions throughout. So all is well. Right. Last few comments here from the bottom. Really wants to pick up Max Dowman. Yeah, listen, Max Dowman's class. Looks great. Well done, Arsenal, for that academy product. He looks like a top player. Get the bid in, lads. Come on, Newcastle. Spend that Isak money on Dowman. who is your choice if we can't get Sesko? I wouldn't mind Penda, to be fair. He's teammate from Leipzig. I wouldn't mind like an Osherman. Is he a Newcastle style player though? Same he could be said with Victor Boniface. But everything points to Sesko. Enjoy your holiday, says Danny there. Cheers, pal. I just got a message there about Sesko. Breaking news. Newcastle have presented the project and contract offer to Benjamin Sesko in the last hour. Newcastle submitted a 5-year contract until 2030 to Sesko. This includes important wage boost from his current deal at Leipzig. Newcastle have submitted and told Sesko of the ambitious project as the push to sign him in the next few days. No official agreement as of now, but the club are hopeful of reaching an agreement on personal terms soon. Benjamin Sesko is the top target for Newcastle in that position. That's a football page there, to be fair, so it's nothing concrete, but everyone's getting on it and retweeting it and stuff as well. But it's true. Now we know Sesko's in talks, we know Newcastle are targeting him, so we'll see how that one develops. But as people are mentioning, Man U are after him, so they'll probably offer him more money and he'll probably go there. Right, that'll do then for this show. I haven't missed any super chats ever. Nah, so that sound. Right then, thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe to my channel TV and enjoy yourself.